Hello and welcome back to your mat. Today we're going to work with dynamic movements to help our lymphatic system do what it needs to do. That means to help it pump the lymphatic fluid through our bodies. So we're going to help that along today with some dynamic movement. So we're going to start standing. So go ahead and stand on your mat. Stand in the middle, wherever you feel is best. I have my feet about a little more than hip distance apart. So go ahead and just feel what works best for you. We're just going to be moving our bodies a little bit today. So we're going to start with bring your arms down to your sides, and we're just going to do some gentle swinging back to from one side to the other. So just swing your arms, just and you can have a little soft bend in your knees. You can even have your knees go a little bit with this. Just kind of play with this and just have a little bit of movement here to kind of get started. You can even have your hands, I'll turn around so you can see. I'm allowing my hands to come along my back here, so you can play around with that. Whatever is working for you for a moment here. Just breathe nice and deep here. Waking up the body, getting some gentle movements going here. So one thing that we know is stagnation is the enemy of good health. So when we have stagnant energy, sometimes that's when we start to feel run down, tired, or sick. A couple more this way. Keep breathing. So today we're going to do some gentle movements to kind of help move some of that stagnant energy. All right, I'll go ahead and stop that. And now we're going to go into some shoulder rolls. So just some gentle, simple shoulder rolls. So go ahead and bring your shoulders up towards your up towards your face, towards your ears. Go ahead and bring them back around and then toward the front and roll them in circles. So we're going back, coming back around and over in the front. So do this a few rounds while you're breathing. Breath work also helps to clear out stagnant energy. So we get, especially in the winter time, if you're in the northern hemisphere like I am, although I'm in a warmer climate, but still a little bit cooler here today. No matter where you are, this time of year is a little bit more stagnant energy. It's the dormant time. And let's roll in the other direction. So go ahead and bring your elbow. I'll get this right here in a minute. Your shoulders up to your ears, and then bring them forward, and then round them back. And so go ahead and do those in circles the other way. So it's really important that we help move some of that stagnant energy, because when that gets stuck, then we can tend to get sick. So we're going to try to help move things through. A couple more here. Just warming up the shoulders, and then release all that, shake that out. And then now we're going to do a couple of side bends. So go ahead and bring your right arm down to the right side of your leg. And you can bring the arm up if you like, or you can just keep it on your side here if you like, and just do a nice little gentle bend over to the side. So you can keep your arms down, or you can always bring this one up. Decide what works best for you, but we're getting a nice stretch here. We're elongating that side here. So and breathe here. Have some deep breaths in and out here. I'll come back to that thought here in a moment. And exhale, let it go. Another inhale. And exhale. And then inhale and come back up, and I'll do the other side. So bring your left arm down your left leg, and then just side bend over there. Again, you could bring this arm up overhead if you like, or keep it down your side, but we're really going for that open side body here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Let that go. And inhale and come all the way back up. And then from here, go ahead and keep I have my feet, like I said, a little bit wider than hip distance. And since we're not really, really warm just yet, I would stay with that stance. So go ahead and take your hands and interlace them behind your back if you're able. If not, you can just bring your arms behind your back, like so. You don't have to interlace them. So however is best, but that's going to help open the chest here for a moment. So go ahead and find what works best for you. Inhale, get tall. And then exhale, hinging at your hips. You can have a bend in your knee. Go ahead and bend in your knees. Go ahead and fold forward. And bring those arms up overhead. And again, if they're not clasped, they can just be up in the air away from each other. So whatever works for you. And just dangle here for a moment. Let all that go. Feel that release in your shoulders. You can even sway back and forth if you like. Whatever feels good here for you. And then exhale, release your arms down to the ground. And now we're going to come down into a seated we'll come down to a seat for a moment. And I'm just doing a simple cross-legged seat here. So I've just got my right in front of my left. You can sit. I would suggest this is the best way to sit. If you would like to, you can sit up on something or roll up your mat. And now we're just going to do a seated twist with some movement. So we're going to inhale and get tall, and then exhale and rotate your body to the right, arm behind you. And exhale, come back. And inhale, back to the right again. So we're just going to move back and forth between these two poses. Inhale and exhale and twisting. So we're not going to stay very long. We're just moving the body here. Inhale and exhale. And let's do another one. Inhale and exhale, twisting to your right. Doesn't have to be a deep twist. We're just going for some gentle twists here to move things. One more inhale and exhale, twist once more to the right, and we'll stay here for a moment, looking to the right. Twists are also great for our system, our immune system. Helps also move that stagnation, helps with a lot of things actually. And inhale and come back, and then just switch the cross of your legs so your left shin is in front of your right. Sit up tall and exhale and twist to your left. Nice gentle twist. Probably isn't going to be your deepest twist in this case. Exhale, come back to center. Exhale, back to the left. And inhale, back to center. Inhale here, exhale, and let's go into this twist and hold it here for a moment. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. And then inhale and come back to center. Now from here, we're going to come into a it's going to be a variation of child's pose. So go ahead and bring your heels to touch. And in this case, I'm having a little bit wider knees here. And instead of coming down into our normal child's pose where we lay our forehead down, we're going to thread one arm at a time under to help kind of open things up and also to give ourselves a twist. So I'm going to start with my left so you can see it hopefully a little bit better. Actually, let me turn so you can see it. We'll start with our right, just so you can see this a little bit better. So I'm going to sit back on my heels, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right arm and thread it through. So here's my left arm out. I'm going to thread it behind and bring my right shoulder down to the ground, and my right cheek will also come out of the ground. So it's just a twisted child, but it also is helping open up the shoulder here. This arm can either stay back here if you'd like. It can be a brace, but you've got a gentle twist here. And breathe here. Always remember to breath in and out through the nose. The important thing to remember about our lymphatic system is it requires movement to help it pump that lymph through our bodies. And so if we don't move, if we're stagnant a lot, if we're sitting around a lot, it's easy for that lymph to kind of collect and then not move along as it needs to. Because our lymphatic system is kind of our trash collection system. Come on up, and we'll do the other side. So go ahead and thread that left arm underneath of behind your right. Your left cheek will come down and your left shoulder will come down. And stay here for a few breaths, and inhale and exhales here. I'm going to come, you go ahead and stay in that pose. I'm going to come up for a moment because I've got this mic. I don't want it to mess things up. So you stay there for a moment breathing, but when we do not move, then our lymphatic fluid can kind of just get stagnant. And so it needs us, that it doesn't have its own pump. We are its pump. So the muscular movements we do help move it through. Take another inhale there and exhale. There we go. And then come on back up. And now we're going to come onto our stomachs here. So we're going to do some dynamic cobras. So that's what we're doing today. We're helping get the lymph moving through the body and to help it work more efficiently. The body has an innate sense of healing, but we do have to help it along sometimes. So from here, what we're going to do is go ahead and bring both of you're on your stomach at this point. Both of your hands will be right by alongside your chest. Your forehead's on the ground. And we're going to inhale. Make sure those shoulders are back so they're not creeping up by your ears. We're going to inhale and rise up and do a baby cobra. And exhale, lower back down. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, baby cobra. So don't come up too high right now. And exhale, lower back down. Once more. Inhale, come up to your baby cobra, and exhale and lower back down. Now we're going to change this up a little bit by bringing our hands further out in front of us, so off our mat and wide. And then you're going to inhale and come up to a modified cobra, and exhale and come back down. Now move your hands a little bit closer towards you. So now I've got them closer, but they're still off my mat some. And inhale and rise up. You might be able to rise up a little bit more. And then exhale and come back down. And now move your hands back to their normal position for cobra. And come up to your version of cobra that works for you best today. So inhale and rise the chest and the chin. Come up into your expression of cobra, keeping those shoulders back. You don't want them to roll forward. Try to really open that chest. And exhale and come back down. And now we're going to flip over to our belly. Onto our back from our belly. Sometimes my words don't come to me like I want them to. I guess today is that day. All right, so we're going to come down a line. Now we're going to do a little bit more dynamic movement here. So we'll go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. I'm going to move this stuff so it's not in the way. Bring your knees into your chest. And what we're going to do is just some gentle movements where we're going to bring both of our knees over to the right without going all the way to the ground. And we're not going to stay there, so you might want to watch the first time, and you can have your hands wherever works best for you. So you're just going to bring both of your legs over to the right, probably at a 45-degree angle, and inhale and bring it back to center, and then exhale and bring them over to the left at about 45. And inhale, bring them back up. So we're going to repeat that pattern. So we're going to exhale, both of the knees over to the right. Inhale, and exhale your legs over to the left. This is also helping to move things throughout your body. Inhale, and then exhale to the right. Inhale to the center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. And inhale, back to center, and exhale to the left. And now we're going to do one last thing here. So go ahead and come back to center. And bring both of your knees over to the right. And in this case, we're going to be in our nice regular twist that we're used to doing. So go ahead and let your legs fall to the ground. Spin your chest open up toward the ceiling or the sky. But then we're going to do something different. So your right hand can just stay here on your knees. But your left hand we're going to do some circles with that. So go ahead and bring that down to your side. And then bring it out behind you, up around, up by your ears, around in front of you, and back down by your side. And we're going to just do a few rounds this way and then the other direction. So this is going to help your lymph nodes in your armpit area. So a little bit more, you're getting a twist and you're getting some nice rotation here. And it's also helping your joints too. So it's dual purpose. And then let's go ahead and reverse and go the other direction. So go ahead and now bring your arm in circles the other way. So now I'm coming across it in front, around my head, behind me, down by my hips, and around. So we'll do a few rounds this way. Make sure you're breathing here, because the breath is also great at helping with your immune system, your lymphatic system. And then go ahead and bring your knees back into your chest for a moment. We'll do the other side. Give it a nice squeeze. And then bring both of your knees over to the left. And now we'll do the same thing. So my hand is down to my side. I'm going to bring it behind me. A nice circle here. Your chest is up toward the sky. You're still in the twist, but you're giving a nice rotation here with your arms. So it's up by my head, coming around to my hips, and back behind me again. So continue with that pattern for another round. And then let's reverse direction and go the other way. So you're just circling that arm in nice big sweeps here, big circles. And again, that's helping move that fluid throughout. This is an easy practice, but it's a really effective practice. And then from there, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest once more. See how much time we have left. Okay, we're good. And then from here, go ahead and lie your legs out in Shavasana. Go ahead and lie your legs out and your arms out, stretch out for just a moment. We're going to stay here for like a minute. Got a little bit of time left, so go ahead and stay there. I'm going to come up. I'll give you today's quote while you're in this pose. So go ahead and lie out on your mat. And really, even though this was a short class, feel that, that life force, that energy, that prana that's moving through your body that you've awakened just by doing a few simple movements. And I'm going to give you a quote by Lao Tzu while you're lying here. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. So the hope is that we're always living or trying to live in the present. It's hard because our human brains want to live either in the past or the future. But by allowing ourselves to come back to the present, we can be at peace. So you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. If you need to get on with your day, you can come on up and do what you need to do, or just go ahead and stay in Shavasana. Lie there for a moment. I highly recommend drinking a nice big glass of water after this class. It's good to help flush out those fluids that you've kind of moved around. So do that if you are able to do that after this class. Thank you for joining me. I hope this helped you. Stay well, everyone, and until next time, namaste.